So, okay, got somebody in here. If you're in here, please go ahead and talk. I am all for the talking. Kind of the point, right? Hold on one second. This is terribly rude, I know. All right, so I decided to come up here today and do a live because I've done lives before in other accounts like YouNow and some other ones, and they were all garbage, especially recently with YouNow. And oh my gosh, terrible, terrible place. It was great at first, and then I guess after Tumblr had set it to all the pervs came over to TikTok and all those other ones. I've never been on TikTok. Well, wait, that's a lie. I got drunk and tried TikTok before. I was terrible. Okay, so anyway, I was doing a live on YouNow, and I had some individual that was a complete ass. It's just a complete a-hole, and I unfortunately no caller ID. Distractions, and I'm talking to myself, but hopefully somebody will come in, and I will be able to talk to somebody. I started this channel a while back, and I have been absolutely atrocious with keeping up with it, and there's been a lot of factors to that, not excuses, just factors. And I managed to get a video up once a month, maybe around about once a month, around the same time. But it's been almost 2 months since this last one, and it's because of this gentleman. Not even a gentleman, this little crap basket. He did some very, very inappropriate things to me during a live split screen. I was dumb, and I said, "Yeah, sure." Everybody was having a good time. We're all talking. It was a good time, and I had all my regulars in there. And all of a sudden, this guy is just he's playing with himself. Now, you couldn't see anything, but you could definitely tell that that's what he was doing. And it was so disgusting. And I lost my freaking shit. I lost it. And I'm live right now, hon. I can't really text. It's rude. I mean, I don't have anybody in the room right now, but I'm still talking. Sorry. Just in case anybody watches this later on. Basically, I lost my shit, and I don't remember what it was exactly that I said, but I went from having like a really good old time to pretty much unable to speak, yelling, spewing, screeching, like it was bad. I was absolutely appalled by my reaction. It was definitely it was definitely grand. Like I deserved to be mad, and I was so angry that I had to apologize to all these people that were in the room, because there's some that were like 17 years old, 18 years old. They're really young, you know? And you got this disgusting older guy, like I snapped, and I was terrified of my reaction. And it's because I've fought with anger in the past, and I was really scared of how quickly I lost my shit. And I was basically told that it was me having like a flashback, being triggered, I guess, by this lewd act that this person did. And I had a lot of trouble for a few days getting my emotions in check. So I really had to, sit back and think about myself and if what I'm doing currently right now for my health and getting back into being, I don't know who I am. Back to who? Back to who? Who am I going back for? I don't know. I don't know who I was before. I was always trying to be somebody else to make somebody else happy. And now I've got this life that I'm trying to fight for and go after and make myself better in order to be this healthy, mentally healthy person and physically healthy person. Because let's face it, this is not good weight. This is unhealthy weight. And I'm not talking badly on people who are, part of the be proud, the proud of your body and everything like that. It's just I'm not happy with the way my body is because I am very unhealthy. Well, I'm skipping all over the place, but I don't know if I'm even that entertaining. I've had people come in now, and it's been 6 minutes. Let's see here. Out. I don't know. I've been having a lot of trouble being creative, wanting to create, wanting to make videos. I have been having trouble even getting out of bed, taking care of myself, let alone like taking care of the house. Where Zach works in the office all day long and then afterwards comes out and sees that I haven't left the position that I was in when he got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to start working in the office in the first place. Except now I've refilled my water a couple times. And it's not that I've gotten to a very scary place, and I recognize it, and I've reached out to my medical support staff, with my support team. Hi, Victor. Hey, what's up? It's a lot easier to talk to you in here than trying to message you back and forth. And I love you too. But I got to this very scary place where I realized that I needed extra help. About this time last year, I had a very low depressing moment where it hit me around December, and it lasted all the way up until the end of August when we moved here. And all of a sudden I was doing really well. And I was like, holy shit. Like, it was just, I just needed to move. No. I've hit a spot where I realized that it's dangerously close to doing something like that again. And I cannot do that length of time in that state of mind. And I have no one to talk to about it because, and I know I'm putting it out here in a very public manner, but it's you don't want to bring your problems to people because everybody's got problems. Everybody has shit going on. And especially you, Victor, I know you're always there, but the thing is, I have things that are going on in my head that I don't want to bring to you. You're too young. You don't need to hear that kind of crap, and I don't even know where to begin. I'm lonely. I moved here from Michigan where I had tons of friends, and I built roots and a home and a place of family within this group of friends, many groups of friends in the music industry. There's art, there's creativity, there's dancing, there's music, it's just everywhere. It was my epic epic place to be. And I moved to Ohio to be with my boyfriend because he needed to work, and it was where they took him. And now it's been almost 4 years that we've lived here, and I am still very much alone. I have his family, and I love his family, and of course I have Zach, but Zach's not an emotional person, and he doesn't know really how to deal with stuff like this, and my CPTSD has had me kind of really just, it's not that I'm not saying I want to hurt myself at all. I just don't want to be around. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to be around. It's almost like I know that I've given up on myself before I've even attempted and tried to do something for myself. And I've really tried hard. I tried so hard. Positive affirmations, as annoying as they are, you got to do them every day. And I was doing them every day. And all of my coping skills, I was working on my coping skills, and I was dealing with agoraphobia and learning how to work through that. And I was, pushing myself to go out in uncomfortable situations. I was walking around the block. That sounds crazy, but when you're agoraphobic, like to the point that I was like unable to leave the house, like walking around a small block in my neighborhood is a huge freaking deal, especially at night. And I was by myself, though. Honestly, I ran out because I needed to get the mail, and I really wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. I know, Victor. I know. It's just some things I just feel like a broken record on, but they just don't go away. And that's what CPTSD is, it's not going to go away. Some things will get better. Some things will go away. And some things I'm just going to learn to live around. But it's never going to go away, and I don't know. I never know when it's going to hit. I never know what's going to upset me, what's going to trigger me one day may not trigger me the next. So I saw my psychiatrist, and we did some my med adjustments, which upsets me because I was working towards getting off of medication completely. Off of my anxiety meds, off of my mood stabilizers, off, all of it, and I, you just fall back sometimes, it's just, I just feel like I'm drowning out here, and I feel bad because I have Zach, and Zach's always going to be there for me, and he's always going to want to help, but I worry that there's going to be a point of like, he's done, like he can't take it anymore. What is he supposed to do? He doesn't understand mental illness. He's trying, he's learning. He really is actively learning. He will research things. When I was explaining, I brought him to a therapy appointment once, and he, so he could learn more, but it's just not something that is common at all in his family. And he was not around it, and he doesn't get it. He'd try. I just don't want to keep bringing it to him, It's not fair to him. It's not fair. But I called my therapist again. Hopefully I can get an appointment with her. I saw my psychiatrist. I'm taking actions because I want to prevent this from getting so much worse. I don't want this to get worse because I almost didn't make it last time. Before we moved into this apartment in September, I was at the end of my rope. It was about the time I started this channel to begin with, and I've barely done anything with it. And that's another thing I want to talk about. So let's move on from like my depressing crud. I don't know what I want to do with this channel anymore. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with trying to make things that would make other people happy. I want to make something that makes me happy. And I don't know what that is because like what if I start to make the jokes and do these little skits or whatever that I would like to do, or just talk about the topics that I want to talk about. and people find me absolutely crazy. I watch a lot of different channels. I have a very eclectic taste in channels. I like watching Jenna Marbles, and everybody loves her. Leon Lush is like one of my favorites, actually. His attitude, his whole take, absolutely love it. I love I Nevers, and oh my goodness, Repzilla, and I new ones that I found recently that I love. Well, not new ones. Jacqueline Glenn is somebody that I've been following for a little while, but because of finding her, I ended up finding Strange Eons and Mr. Atheist and Rachel Oates. Love those channels. Absolutely adore those channels. PewDiePie, for some reason, I hated him when he first started out. That he was annoying. I was too old for the level, the age level that he was aiming for, or and so, but now he's got this Pew News. It's hilarious. All these people have these set channels that they do certain topics, or they cover certain things, and it's just like, how can they have so much passion to be able to continue to do this all the time? Where do they get that passion, And then I found The Rewired Soul, and I love his channel. I think he's somebody that we really, really needed. I forgot to write her name down, but the other therapist that's on, the legit therapist that's on here, she got very popular due to Shane Dawson's series, and I really enjoyed her, but I kind of don't like how she speaks. I know she's doing it because she really wants people to understand, especially since the age group that she might be hitting is so much younger. But I don't like listening to somebody who seems like they're condescending, or just like talking to me like patting my head, that kind of thing. And she seems like a very sweet person. And I'm sure if she were to speak to me in person or whatever, it would be a totally different thing. But that's something that I just can't get past. So I basically do my own research on mental health, and then I talk to my psychiatrist and I talk to my therapist. Well, I haven't talked to her in a while, but I do all of these checkups, background checks and stuff like that with topics. I even suggested topics to her, and I'm sorry, again, I forgot her name, but all of these people, Jenna Marbles, Leon Lush, Repzilla, Strange Eons. By the way, Repzilla, if you ever see this, I absolutely commend you for the strength it takes for you to be able to get past and live with the head trauma that you're dealing with, because I don't know if you noticed, but I have a little bit of stuttering and loss of words, trying to find other words to make up for those words. I have head damage as well from a car accident I was in 2003, so I completely understand where you're coming from. I am not sure. It seems to be getting worse as I've gotten older. I am not sure how much of it is my ADHD just getting worse, or the head trauma is just kind of slowly getting worse with age. I don't know, but 2 contusions and a hemorrhage, and I lost an entire year of my life. An entire year, which I did not know that I had lost. Completely unaware that I lost this year of my life. Until about 2 years ago. Mind you, I was like 18 when this happened, maybe 17 when this accident happened. 2 years ago, I'm 33 now. My mom informs me that, no, honey, you were like Finding Dory. You were like Dory from Finding Nemo for an entire year. Like, I lost an entire year, and things started to make sense. All these people that seemed to know me that I didn't know, like, it made sense. They met me in these periods of times, all these events that happened that I was supposedly a part of, and therefore I don't remember. Like, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating, and I have trouble with my memory even now, but part of that could probably be my ADHD. But yeah, so all these people They found their niche, and I'm looking for mine. I thought about maybe making this just like a vlog, but I don't want to carry around a camera. Like look at this. Hold on. Okay. I do not own an actual like camera, really. Okay. You haven't noticed this whole setup is like, I'm just trying to be more interesting for you people. My goodness, the light is absolutely crazy. Woo. That's better. Okay. I borrowed a camera from my father. It was Canon, but he needed it back. And so I gave it back to him. I liked that camera, but it was very heavy. Then I borrowed this one for my mom. This is a Sony Handycam, 3.1 megapixels. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no place to hook up extra things like light, a mic, I don't know, just anything. There's nothing. And I recently lost my memory chip. There is one in here, but I lost the one that had 32 gigabyte. So unfortunately, I have limited amounts of time that I can spend recording. It's frustrating. So I've been doing a lot of lives, and that's when that incident happened, and I decided I didn't want to do lives there anymore, so I was going to work up and create a live platform here. So this is my idea. If you guys are still with me on a later viewing of this, because there's no one here right now, but there could be somebody that I am talking to right now in the future, and I commend you for still being here. What up, that DK guy? That DK guy. I'm sorry, I can't see the picture. Is that Kyle? That is Kyle. Is she? Shut up. Anyway. I spent a lot of time talking about it. I was about to just kind of go over what I wanted to do with this channel now, because I've kind of figured I wanted to change it up. So I was thinking about just kind of having a live once a week and doing a discussion, just like choosing a topic, and, you know, people can pick it through Twitter or something, or send me messages or send me a DM on the Instagram. Because I'm not on Facebook anymore. Well, I'm still there. I just don't use it, except for today when I was promoting this. And that's it's gonna be tough getting off Facebook. So many pictures I have to delete. But I wanted to do a discussion here like once a week, and I was hoping that we could get a lot of more people involved, because I live where I have absolutely no one to talk to. I am alone a lot of the times. Now, not necessarily like alone. Zach's always in the house. He's usually in the office, and the rest, but I have to leave him alone because he's working. And then he goes on business trips a lot. Like this week, he's been gone pretty much almost every day. He was here yesterday. He's gone today. He's gone tomorrow, but he'll be back tomorrow night. Then he's leaving early on Friday. So like, I need friends again. And I miss conversation. I miss laughing. I miss feeling creative and having the want to make some art, to take pictures. I was a photographer for 18 years. It was my hobby. And for about 5 or 6 of those, I tried to make it into a business, and that failed because, you know, I'm a photographer, but I'm not a business person. And it was really difficult to put my foot down and make people actually pay me for stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I have to say that part of the reason why I lost my love for it was because of a certain someone that you and I both know, that I lived with for a couple years. Yeah, it was. I mean, I had a good business plan. I was, it was just very difficult to set prices on my work. It was I went for years, you know, just creating this art and loving to be able to share it with people. And like, say, look at what I captured. Get that moment, and you're like, no one else is ever going to see this unless I capture it myself, right? And so you get it. You get the right lighting, you get the right contrast, and all the and the shutter speed's perfect, and you just have that epic photo, and you can show people. But I couldn't force myself to price it. It was very difficult, and it was a lot. It was expected to be free of very often in the EDM culture and EDM community. Like you, one day, Danny, I had to convince that I was a legit photographer. So I was like literally telling him my whole background just so that I can be like, listen, I know what I'm doing. You want to hire me. You want me to come to this, this festival. What was it? The base camp. Yeah, I think it was base camp. And it was like a little mini festival. And I ended up in the hospital that weekend, so I couldn't even go. And after he finally was like, yeah, definitely want you to come. That was really depressing. Yes. But I still held on, and it's a tough, yeah, totally in that scene. And yeah, that's true. It is a tough scene money-wise. Yeah, it is. People keep telling you need to know your worth and set your worth, but then they expect you, because you're buddies, to do it for free or for like super cheap. So you have trouble like saying no, I guess. I got paid a couple times, and a lot of the times, which was really frustrating, that certain somebody will name him Little Caesars. He would bring me these events because he was playing, but I was also the photographer, and I was taking pictures there, and they were saying, that's your entry fee. You get to work, but you get in the party for free. Things are really messed up. And seriously, follow your passion. Get rid of the jaded people brain. See, now I've gotten rid of everybody. I have nobody right now. I don't have anybody. I am literally like there's no one in Ohio. Like I have Zach's family, but they live like an hour, more than an hour away from me. I have Zach, but he works all day, and we live together, so he pretty much knows everything that's going on. We don't have much conversation, but I do love him. He is there for me, but that's everything. I could talk to my family on the phone, but I'm not really a phone person. I'm very alone here. It sucks. So I invite my friends. And I'm always saying, hey, you guys, come visit. I have a spare bedroom. We have a nice big stand-up, blow-up bed, queen size, perfect. Come visit. Everybody's like, yeah, sure. The only person I've seen, well, two, just now, because of the holidays, I saw Ava Adora, which I absolutely loved seeing her, but it was very awkward because there was only so much time she could stay and visit. In between her driving home from Cleveland to back to Detroit, and Conky. I've seen Conky, and I was supposed to see him again over the holidays, but I think something happened. Him and Mouse weren't able to come through. But I want my friends to come visit. I would love to come visit you guys. I went up there once and I tried to hook up with a lot of people, but everybody couldn't come and hang out. Nobody could. It was really depressing to get all the way up to Michigan, get into the Pontiac, Waterford area, and no one except for, let's see, I've had 1, 2, 3. I got to see 3 friends the whole visit, and I tried to see so many more people, and I had everybody knew about me coming up there for a couple weeks, and bad planning. I suck at planning. But it's going to be even more difficult once I remove myself from Facebook. I gotta save all of my pictures first onto my external hard drive from Facebook, then delete them, and basically delete the whole account. I don't even know if I can do that because I have a lot of apps that I use that are important that I have signed up through Facebook. So I might only be able to just disable it once I remove all this information, but I don't want to have any information or anything like that anymore on Facebook. They are way, way, way schemy. Like what? I always found that to be an issue. Like when I would go visit Chicago and have solid set plans, and then people would flake out. Yeah, it is really like everybody flakes out. And I understand, like, as you get older, you're like, you make plans so that you can break them later, but you made plans. And that's a common thing. But like when you're younger, breaking plans, you're legit getting blown off. They know the limitations that you have. You're only around for a short period of time, and they don't realize that everybody else did it to you too. They all flaked out. So it's like, I haven't been to Chicago in, gosh. I went with Donnie. We passed through and saw, what's his face? He's in LA. DJ, I can't remember. I'm not close to him, but anyway, that shit comes up. It's so obnoxious sometimes. I don't know if it's because we have flaky friends or if that's like everyone now in general. You know, Gabber, maybe he's super skinny, very cartoony, very old school rave gear. Shoot, let me see. He's got so many friends on Facebook. I was not even able to friend him. So happy hardcore DJ, yeah. Dark hair, black hair. Dated, what's her name? Erica or something. I don't know. She's there's a meme that goes around with a picture of him and her and another person in wearing Jinko jeans. And it's like old school ravers wear this, blah, blah, blah. That was the meme. And they are the literal meme of it. So if you know what I'm talking about, that meme with these three raver people dressed in like giant pants and Jinko jeans and shit, that's who I'm talking about. That's the guy. We got to see him. We got to see her. She was a little strange, but she seemed very sweet. Yeah, I think it is Gabber. He's based out in LA or something. And they were there visiting because of some other show that was going on, but we were actually passing through to go to Barnyard Boogie. And yeah, I had a good time at Barnyard Boogie. I wish I knew whose house it was that we went and visited, but it was a beautiful, like, townhouse type thing or whatever. Best sushi ever down around the corner from this place. Barnyard Boogie. Oh my gosh. It is a blast. It is a blast. You have to go. You and your girls, you guys have to make plans to go. This one's already gone and passed. The next one will be, when is the next Barnyard? I can't remember. I really don't want to open up Facebook. Like, I'm so done. People are so depressing on Facebook. Either they're bitching about something sad that they don't do anything about to fix, and it's a constant thing. It's like almost like they're just doing it to get attention. They're talking about politics, and I don't want to involve myself in that shit. Or they're just plain trying to start a fight constantly. I hate Facebook. Plus, They've been caught selling information so many times. They are not trustworthy. It is not a trustworthy social network at all. At all. So pretty much all social media. Okay, now you got me confused. So pretty much all social media. Danny, what happened to you helping me find get a hold of some editing software instead, so I'm not stuck using iMovies? Because I'm very limited in what I can do in iMovies. Yeah, definitely. Kyle, social media lack of privacy post of dumpster fire, BS, etc. I'm going to show it. It says show or hide, but I'm going to go ahead and show it because it is absolutely. You were, okay, so to be fair, and I keep going back between Danny and Kyle. You guys, he had a fake name for a while. It was a nickname, but it was, I don't know, there's a story behind it. I'm not getting into it, but I call him by both, he knows. I'm just, DK. We were both intoxicated when we were talking to each other in iMessage about it. So I would really love that. How much space would I need, though? Because I need to know that ahead of time. I guess I could put it on the external hard drive. That thing's like a 2 terabyte. Hi, Victor. Welcome back. So what do you think? I don't know if either one of you were in here when I was talking about this, about my idea of what I want to do with my YouTube channel. I'm still working on like backgrounds. I really have no idea. This is literally just me throwing things together. I'm sitting on the floor. Through lights up. I'm on my way to work. Who said it all out for you? All right. I would love that. Please do. Not going to be having much else to do with myself for the rest of the week anyway. So I would really love to have something to do. You think my background looks sick? It's some of my artwork. And then twinkle lights. Look. I can make them do all kinds of things. Red, green, flash. Easily amused. Purple. Blue. Look at all the colors this thing can do. Look at all those colors. And you can turn them down, or you can make them brighter. They can be indoors or outdoors. They were only $14 on Amazon. This is something I'm supposed to frame for my mom. She wants it in pieces. That's something that I did like 5 years ago. This one's not even finished. This one I have to give to my little sister because we did a soiree. She gave me 2 paintings. I owe her this one and something else. And then, of course, original Harley, because at first I just needed something to put this up against, and she seemed like sturdy enough, but she wasn't sturdy enough, you guys. She was not sturdy enough. Aw, thank you for all the hearts and love. We got 3 people in here now. What up? It's crazy. I didn't believe that I would get that many, honestly. I thought I'd be talking to myself, honestly. But so Danny, you're going into work. Are you going to be? What time do you get off? And Victor, what are you doing tonight? What are you up to? Do you have school tomorrow? Like 4 or 5. Like what? Like PM or AM? PM. It's a short day. It's a short day. I love you too, Victor. You're my favoritist, you know, imaginary, well, not imaginary, fictitious son. Because I don't have any kids, but if I did, it would be Victor. 8 or 9 Ohio time. Oh, that's right. Damn. You're in California. I thought you were coming back. Well, I'll be up and farting around and doing something weird, and I'm possibly attempting to make a video to edit. I have nothing. Oh, I have to finish We Happy Few. That game is pissing me off, and then I have some new games that were downloaded on the Switch that I want to play, so I might be doing that. So you're coming back in like a month? I thought it was last month you were coming back. Anyway, this has been a long talk of absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I covered some things that I wanted to talk about. Basically, my mental health was deteriorating, and I'm trying to get that fixed. So, I went over that. If you want to hear somebody mumble and cry, then you can go back to the beginning and watch that when I cry. I'm not going to do it again. Talk about removing myself from Facebook because it's a scammy little garbage dumpster or something. Yeah, that was it. And then talking about the fact that I want to change and have a consistent topic or consistency in my YouTube channel, and I was thinking about making a once a week live chat and talk with anybody if they have questions about certain mental illnesses. I'm not an expert, but I can definitely tell you about my experiences with my particular ones. So that would be nice. Also, just talk about other things that are just dumb or stupid, or just talk about movies or music. I love talking about music. Let's talk about music. All right? Don't get me started on talking about Tool and love music, love their music, love the words, love the sound and how they go to, you have to listen to them together before you even see what the lyrics are because that's how they're supposed to work. I just love that. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going on almost 45 minutes. You popped up on my YouTube, so I figured I'd pop in. It's Nick DiLorenzo. Hi, Nick! What's up? I was just about to shut down this mess that I did. This is my first live ever on YouTube, so I didn't know, and I babble a lot. So if you wanted to see any of what else I talked about, you can go back, but I was just kind of recapping. But hit me up on Snapchat. I keep forgetting that I have that thing. I used it today to promote this, and I didn't really get too much attention, but I don't know. I'm going to keep doing it because I enjoy basically talking out loud, and if not to somebody, at least I can think that somebody will hear it eventually, because right now I have nothing, and it's very depressing. So this will be, for fear of sounding like Gabby Hanna, this will be my therapy. 4G is going to cut out, but I'll shoot you a message or something like that. All right, bye, Danny. All right, anyway, thank you guys, everybody that showed up and came in to talk, like Nick and Vic and Danny. You guys rock. Thank you so much. I like that support, even if it was just for a minute. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. You guys are amazing goobers. I will be doing this again later on this week, possibly tonight. I don't know. I'm really bored, and I don't know what else I'm going to do with my time. But anyway, Guys, have a good one. And I hope you all have a fantastic Valentine's Day and get chocolates and flowers and whatever garbage you want. Mwah! Bye.